inside Highmark Stadium here at Orchard Park, New York. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Buffalo Bills. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's the second-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. 3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Off the play fake, here's Franks. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And is this intercepted? It is! It's intercepted! Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. And the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Again, it's Jones. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Setting up play action. Franks.
Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. And they'll run with ETN.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Travis Etienne, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
The Bills at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. second down, another shot for Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Aaron Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. You know, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? And they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room as well.
And they go play action with Franks. He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Etienne. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Etienne once more. Able to slither by. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with it.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Now Franks. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. Joseph's got it. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Franks finds his man over the middle. It's likely. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here we go, set, yellow, 43.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Adam Thielen with career touchdown number 60. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Joseph connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll...
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Troy Pride.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On play action, Allen. And it's caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he powers his way up past the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. And he finds Howard complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Coming. Mike's my regular.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Coming to you, coming to you. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
A gain of 5. It's first down.
Alert! 54's Mike.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he is going to have the Bills first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on 4th down. They'll put Fuller in motion right. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays. And there's an example of that right there.
They run here with Singletary. And he stopped immediately there. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Franks now on 2nd down, sliding out of the pocket. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Franks now. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick six.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
The Franks looking to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, this time with Jones.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 99 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The slot man in motion right.
On 2nd and 9. Allen. This one swung out here to Jones.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
You got it. You got it. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Singletary is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Heavy. Watch the backfield. Hey, switch.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Partner, you get about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Allen. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Right there. 54 Mike. Check back.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Another tote for ETN. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And some room to... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20, 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Joseph now to have the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Now Allen. And that's complete to Davis. And he'll get this up past the 45. It's a first down, but the tackle comes in bounds. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Here's Allen.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. The Bills say they have it, and they do. A field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll put Fuller in motion right.
56.
Throwing is Allen.
Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. We've seen some long field goals to win games, and they've got to give their kicker a chance here.
So all eyes now on Tyler Bass.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This from long, very long range. pass is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Bills have come back to regain the lead.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Buffalo, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's another week, another loss as they fall now to 0-9. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey,